Saturday afternoon, WRGA News conducted an interview with Tim Reynolds, spotlighting the ongoing revitalization work on the historic Lindale Cemetery. Reynolds, who serves as President of Restoration Lindale and the Lindale Cemetery, has been volunteering his time to help restore the graveyard since 1995.
The cemetery was founded by the mill in Lindale in 1902. Up until 1958, the cemetery had overgrown. So from about 95 to 98, 99, we completely restored the cemetery to operating conditions such as we see today. The cemetery basically was in a forest for 50 years plus.
In addition to cleaning and maintaining the cemetery grounds, volunteers have been unearthing forgotten headstone markers and cleaning them.
We've had locals such as Savannah Wynn and others in our community that came in, took it upon themselves to restore some that had maybe busted, or some veterans' graves, markers that needed to be cleaned. They have since done those. We did an audit on the cemetery through this past summer. There are 47 veterans buried in the Lindale Cemetery, ranging from Union and Confederate soldiers. The Southern soldier is D.D. Cobb. He was 70 when he died. He came from Cobb County, Roswell area, to Lindale to work in the mill. And we didn't know he was a Confederate soldier until we did some research on his last name. And also the Roach gentleman on the northern end of the cemetery was a Union soldier. And then between that time until now, we've got World War I, II, Korea, Vietnam. They're all interred here.
Reynolds also noted that some of the volunteer work being done included identifying the unmarked graves of several hundred infants and adults.
Over 100 plus years of having families interred here, it was a long time. In between from 58 to 98, that really a true burial could take place in the cemetery. And now with its restoration underway and what has been done in the cemetery, I think locals have wanted to come back and be buried where they grew up. In 2020 was our largest number to be buried in the cemetery, of 23 people since 1943. And that just goes to show us that our restoration efforts have paid off. People's able to bury their loved ones here again.
Reynolds stated that he hopes that the work being done in the Lindale Cemetery will help encourage the same type of work to be done in other overgrown or uncared-for cemeteries in Floyd County.
The cemetery is wide open at any time for volunteers. If if your group, organization, church group, whatever you may be, would like to volunteer, we'd love to have you. Also, we have our Memorial Day service coming up on Saturday, the 25th of May, at 9 a.m. that morning with a bagpipe and full military rite deal. It's awesome. This will be our third season of doing that. And that brings people into the cemetery to see what work has been done.
Reporting for WRGA News, I'm Ethan Garrett.